Thomas and Percy were hard at work. But strange things kept on happening. First of all, a water tower acted strangely. It randomly turned on and leaked a lot of water. Thomas stopped. That's strange, he thought. Oh well, it must be broken. I better report it to Sir Topham Hatt later. And off he went. But it wasn't leaking because it was broken. Percy then encountered something strange. He had to stop at a signal. Both of the signals say stop, he thought. But then... it was changing by itself. Percy was a bit confused, but then thought maybe it was just the wind changing them. So he thought nothing of it and continued with his journey. But it wasn't the wind that was changing it. Thomas then came across something on the track. He had to stop. There were some abandoned trucks on the track. How did they get there, he wondered, when suddenly they moved by themselves. Thomas was stunned. But at least it wasn't Darth Vader moving them this time. Thomas was now a bit spooked, so he fled. What was moving the trucks? He ran over to Percy. Percy, some weird things are happening, he said. I know. What's going on? Asked Percy. Perhaps Sodor is haunted, suggested Thomas. No, there's no such thing as ghosts, said Percy. Suddenly, a chilling wind picked up. Come on, let's finish our job so we can get back into our nice warm sheds, said Percy. Thomas agreed. So they both continued with their jobs. Nearby, Tom Moss wanted to have some fun. He thought if he changed the points, he could make Thomas and Percy collide. But shortly after he changed it, they changed back. Tom was confused. He tried to change it again. But it changed back again. He was frustrated, but when he looked around, he saw all of the spooky things happening. He wanted no part of this madness, so he ran back to his tunnel. Later on, Thomas and Percy had finished their jobs. Come on, let's get back to the sheds, said Percy. Yes, and we can forget about these strange things that have happened, added Thomas. They were about to go when they heard... What was that? Cried Percy. It sounded like a ghost, said Thomas. Then, out of the corner of their eyes, they saw something fade away. Did you see that? Asked Thomas. I did, said Percy. Find out what that was soon.
Hello, James, said Thomas. I want to do something completely different today. You mean you steamies want to go fast rather than looking like you're going backwards? Said a passing Diesel 10. That's it, said Thomas to James. Why don't we all travel backwards today? It will be fun. I'm going to tell the others. Thomas met Spencer. "Okay, I'll give it a go," said Spencer. Thomas then met Gordon. "Let's travel backwards today, Gordon." "Sounds silly," said Gordon, "but why not?" Diesel 10 told Diesel of the steamer's plans. Shortly afterwards, Thomas had stopped. "This is going to be exciting," said Clarabel. "For once I'll be able to see where I'm going and not just where I've been." Gordon and Spencer looked very strange going backwards fast. "This is fun," said James, nearly running into Thomas. Then James nearly ran into Gordon. Gordon nearly ran into Spencer. Diesel and Diesel 10 joined in. Then there was trouble. Diesel 10 couldn't see who he'd hit and assumed it was Thomas. "You steamies can't even go backwards without causing trouble." Diesel said nothing. But then Thomas steamed up. "Stop, stop!" cried Clarabel. Thomas stopped in time. "You're Thomas's coach," said Diesel 10. "Why did you run into me?" "Wait a minute. If I can see you, who's behind me?" "Sorry, Diesel 10, said an embarrassed Diesel. "We'll go and get some help," said Clarabel, going backwards again. In a while, Digging Rig's Chomper arrived, going forwards, and started to get Diesel 10 on the rails. He then started on Diesel. "Careful," said Diesel, being pushed over. "Sorry," said Chomper. Soon Diesel was back on the track and left, as did Chomper. Later on, Thomas met James again. "Maybe going backwards wasn't such a good idea," said Thomas. "It was good seeing the Diesels crash into each other though."
Previously, Thomas and Percy were hard at work, but strange things kept on happening. "What was that?" cried Percy. Out of the corner of their eyes, they saw something. "Now, that looked like a ghost," cried Thomas. "But there's no such thing as ghosts," said Percy. "Well, whatever it was, it disappeared into thin air," said Thomas. "Come on, let's get back to the sheds," said Percy. So they ran back. "Ah, that's much better," said Percy. Yeah, let's put this whole thing behind us, sighed Thomas. Yeah, hopefully tomorrow will be ghost-free, said Percy. So they were about to go to sleep when Sir Topham Hatt arrived. Sorry to bother you guys, but we have a problem, he said. Oh no, is this a ghost-related problem? Asked Percy. No. There's been a break-in at the cargo yard. I need someone to investigate it, said Sir Topham Hatt. Oh, okay. Well, I can go, said Thomas. Thank you, Thomas, said Sir Topham Hatt. Let's just hope it's not ghost-related. And off he went. Sir, can I ask you a question? Are there such things as ghosts? Asked Percy. Well, of course there are. But not all are bad, said Sir Topham Hatt. So Thomas was on his way to the cargo yard. He stopped, as he thought he'd seen something. He was very scared, so he rushed off.
Thomas, be careful.
Who said that? Asked a nervous Thomas. But no one was there, so he carefully continued with his journey. He soon arrived at the cargo yard. Hello? Hello? Is anyone here? He yelled. No answer. Must be a false alarm, he concluded, and was about to leave when he saw a rustling in the balloon pile. Okay, I know someone's in the balloons, said Thomas. The Joker emerged. Whoa! Uh-oh, cried Thomas. You found our secret hideout, complained the Joker. Our? Who else is here? Asked Thomas. Oh no, I've given it away, he cried, so he whistled. Out stepped Venom. Rhino. The Riddler. The Green Goblin and Dr. Octopus. Bane. Scarecrow. And Penguin. There were loads of bad guys. Thomas was scared. Block him in, cried Penguin. So they used the cargo to block the track. Thomas was stuck. What shall we do with him? Asked Venom. He knows about our secret hideout. He'll tell others, cried the Riddler. Let's take him apart, yelled Bane. Thomas was in a lot of trouble. How can he escape? Find out soon.
Om nom nom nom. Ooh. Uh-oh.
Hello and welcome to the Great Railway Strongest Engine competition. The competitors begin at the start and burst through the bridge. They'll then meet on the outside track and will try to push each other off. Because the trains could fall off the track, the stones around the track were removed so the trains won't hurt themselves. Whoever stays on the track or pushes the other train furthest will go through to the next round. We have our judges again, Pepper and the Queen. The engines are ready, so let's begin. First up, it's James versus Timothy.
Ready, go!
A fast start. And James has fallen. Unlucky James, but Timothy goes through. Next up, it's Samson versus Gordon.
Ready, go!
Oh, Samson's crashed into the flag, and Gordon wins. Well, he got lucky there. Spencer versus Percy now.
Ready, go!
Ooh, a close one. Oh! Well, both trains are still on the track. Judges, who won? Percy pushed Spencer more, so he wins. Well done, Percy. Now, it's Streamline Thomas versus Mike.
Ready, go!
Thomas gets there first. Oh, they've both fallen off. Judges? Well, Thomas was all over Mike. And Mike fell off first. So Thomas wins. So these are our semi-finalists. First up, it's Gordon versus Timothy.
Ready, go!
Very fast. Oh, look at that! Timothy has barged Gordon out of the way. Judges, who won? Oh yeah, a definite Timothy win. Well done, you're into the final. And the other semi is a good one. Percy versus Thomas.
Ready, go!
Oh, Thomas has slipped off the track. But Percy can't push him completely off. He's pushed himself off instead. Wow! I think Thomas's new shape helped him there. So he's into the final too. So it's Thomas versus Timothy. Who will win?
Ready, go!
And they're off. Oh, Timothy's gone. Thomas wins. Let's see that again. Unlucky Timothy, but Thomas is the winner. Well done, Thomas. Thomas and Percy wanted to pull a prank on someone. Who should we get? Asked Thomas. Well, here comes Mater, said Percy. Quick, get into position. So they sprung into action. Hey, Mater, cried Percy. Hello, Percy, said Mater. What can I do for you? Thomas has a present for you. He's been looking all over for you, lied Percy. A present? Oh wow, what is it? Mater asked. Oh, I can't tell you that, it would ruin the surprise, said Percy. I'll see if I can find Thomas. Now don't go anywhere. And off he went. Thomas soon came round the corner, with Frank. Whoa, cried Mater. Look, Mater, I've caught Frank, lied Thomas. Frank then leapt off the truck. Uh-oh. Mater ran away, with Frank close behind. Ah! Ah! Oh, poor Mater, said Thomas. But that was funny though, said Percy. Mater soon lost Frank though. Phew! Oh, I should have known they didn't really have a present for me, sulked Mater. He then started coming up with a plan of his own. Later that day, Thomas was having a drink, when James arrived. Hey Thomas, have you heard the news? He asked. No, what? Asked Thomas. You've been chosen by Sir Topham Hatt to pull the very important express coach today, lied James. All you have to do is approach Maythwaite from the west. Really? Cried Thomas. That's really made my day. And off he went. Mater then arrived. Did he believe you? He asked. Yes, he did, cried James. I'll go and tell Percy the exact same thing now. Thanks for helping, James, said Mater. Well, I'd never miss a chance to prank Thomas and Percy, said James. So he went over to Percy. Well done, Percy. You've been chosen by Sir Topham Hatt to pull the very special coach today. All you have to do is approach Maythwaite from the east side. Really? Oh boy, cried Percy, and he rushed off. But what Mater had done was alter the coach, so that it had two hooks. So when Thomas and Percy reversed into it from different sides, they had no idea that the other one was there. So when they both tried to move, neither could. This is a really heavy coach, thought Thomas. Mater then arrived. Sorry, Mater, no time to talk. I've got this coach to pull, said Thomas. Oh, well, it looks heavy. Maybe a bit too heavy for an engine like you, said Mater. This annoyed Thomas and gave him the strength to get going, confusing Percy. Hehehe, laughed Mater. Why am I going backwards? Wondered Percy. What's going on? Cried Percy. Thomas stopped. Percy, where are you? He asked. I'm behind you. We're both attached to this coach, I think, he said. Oh no, it's about to get worse, cried Thomas, as James and Frank were rushing towards them. So Thomas reversed and Percy sped forwards, with James and Frank just behind. They soon got back to Mater. Haha, got you, cried Mater. Very good, said Percy. Nice one, Mater, said Thomas. Sorry about our prank earlier. Your one was much cleverer though. Thanks guys, said Mater. Shall we call for a truce? And they all agreed. Hi, I'm Dave, and thanks for watching my video. Please check out our new website, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you soon!